Good morning. It's Tuesday Truths with Michelle. If you did catch my last broadcast, it had no sound to it. It's because I'm technically challenged. But anyway, I do want to tell you that I've been doing Facebook Lives for over a year now, and they're related to what I have learned on my journey as a certified health, life, and nutritional coach. And every week I come on and I share something that I've learned, something that I trust my truth in, and I share it. So this week I've been talking about stress, but this week I'm changing to talk about the eating organic and the importance of it. And I've been eating organic as since I started my deep dive into health coaching. My biggest change was, of course, eliminating all processed foods. And I started reading labels for extra sugar, added sugar, especially. And then I started looking for organic products. Now, there was a time you could only find organic problems in a health food store, but now the local grocery stores are adding them into their when with their other foods. Sometimes they have their own little section, but sometimes they're just scattered around the store. And still, due to the availability of organic options and especially in my area, the seasonally local food, grown foods and vegetables, it's not the easiest things to do. And plus the fact that organic food is a little bit more expensive because the process of growing these things cost a little bit more. But this week I'm celebrating the opening of our first whole new whole food store in our area. I'm so excited. I went in and here the whole store is full of organic things. I don't have to hunt them down in the local store. Everything's organic, it's fresh. It was wonderful. And I didn't feel like the prices were anything more than what I was paying. And maybe everything was so fresh and new because it was brand new, but the employees were even friendly, knowledgeable, and well trained, and it was a very welcoming place. It felt like my kind of place. Now, according to the Mayo Clinic, there's potential health benefits from organic foods compared to the conventional process, and they include the following: nutrients. Organic products may have certain more antioxidants and types of flavonoids, which are all good for you. Omega-3 fatty acids, and these are the healthy fats that we need. And this is because the requirement of feeding livestock is higher for organic. So you see, you'll get organic meats, eggs, and dairy that's going to have much more omega-3s in it. Toxic metals. Well, there's a chemical that's naturally found in our ground, in our dirt and soil and plants, and it's called cadmium. And compared to conventional methods, there's been a ban on systemic fertilizer in organic farming, so it has reduced the toxic metals. Pesticide residue. Now, they can use some certain types of pesticides on organic, but it's not nearly what is on conventional. So there's a lot less pesticides. And remember that the word is pesticides. Keep that in mind. Bacteria. Well, the bacteria is in both forms, organic and conventional. It just isn't a way you can eliminate bacteria because there's not an antibiotic for everything. And organic doesn't like to use antibiotics, at least to pump up their animals. Here are some food safety tips that you can use if you're totally organic or mix organic and conventional with organic. And these are things to just keep in mind. Choose a variety of foods from a mix of sources. In this way, you'll get a better variety of nutrients and lower your chance of the exposure to a single pesticide. Buy fruits and vegetables in season when you can. Well, up here in the Northeast, it's not an option. So most of our stuff is imported from wherever. But during the summer, and anybody else that lives in a climate that can grow year round, kudos to you, but buy organic or go to your local food farm markets. That's where it's a wonderful way to get in season foods. Read the labels carefully. Just because a product says it's organic or has organic ingredients doesn't really mean it's a healthier choice for you. Look for any added salt, fat, calories. Look for the USDA organic seal on it. This year, you'll know you're going to get at least 95% or higher in organic ingredients. Wash and scrub your fruits and vegetables under running water. Well, of course, this helps remove dirt, germs, and the chemical trace from the produce. But you can't remove all the pesticides by washing. So throwing away like the outer leaves of leafy vegetables and peeling fruits and vegetables, although you do lose some of your nutrients that way, that's a way to doing it. Or here's the alternative, which takes a little more time, but this might be a good alternative for you, soaking it in salt water. I think it's like for 10 minutes, which should remove all the contaminants. Now, here's a couple foods of thought, according to UC Davis Health Department. Increased pesticide exposure can increase the risk of ADHD and autism. These are conditions that we never saw growing up in the 60s, the 50s, 60s, 40s, 70s. Let's just say, 40 years ago, we did not have these kind of conditions. I remember my parents going out for dinner, and it was a treat for us to get a TV dinner. They were just coming out. It was a big thing. And, it was, mothers always knew back then. They weren't good for us, but you know what? It was convenient, and it shut us up for a night so they could have a good night out. And I've had other friends tell me the same thing. Pesticides are also linked to cognitive skills, learning ability, and memory. Exposure to pesticides may lead to the development of Parkinson's disease, fertility issues, cognitive decline as we grow older, and a potential link to cancer. And the cancer links is from the International Agency for Research on Cancer, 2015. And if you're interested in any more of these links, I'd be happy to send them to you, these research links. So I want you to check out the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. And what is this? This is when to buy organic. I made a nice little handout that I can send to you, or I'll put it in the links. But the Dirty Dozen is what you really should buy organic. Spend the money. Strawberries, spinach, kale, collard greens, nectarines, apples, grapes, bell peppers, hot peppers, cherries, peaches, celery, tomatoes, and potatoes. The Clean 15 that you can get away without buying organic is avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, onions, papayas, sweet peas, frozen, asparagus, honeydew melon, kiwi, cabbage, mushrooms, cantaloupe, mangoes, watermelon, and sweet potatoes. I'm not sure how mushrooms and sweet potatoes got in there, but whatever. But I would also put bananas. Most of these the fruit is well protected and covered. The fruit and vegetables well protected and have a very thick covering, and that's what protects the fruit or vegetable inside to be less toxic for you. So there is your Dirty Dozen and your Clean 15. I hope this helps. And I'm just a client of my work. I have learned to flow through, trying to grow with gracefully aging. Like I said, I've gone through COVID, retirement, turning into my 7th decade of life. And it's something we can do with agility. And we need to, because it's about not how long you live, but how well you live. So until next week, trust your truths, have a good week, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.